black sheep.
Here we go.
Good afternoon.
Evening.
Evening, morning, middle of the night, whenever you happen to be watching. See, that is the great thing about virtual festivals. You can rock up at any time you like, without any worry about queues, about grotty toilets, about booking a B&B. And you can even pause us at any time you like so that you can go to not the bar actually, to your own fridge.
Yeah.
And get yourself another drink without missing 1 second of us on the telly. You can even fast forward through the bits you don't like. But I would ask you, please not this time. Please don't fast forward because this is set. This is a special set, isn't it? Very special set. It's a set done especially for the people at Rebellion. I say at Rebellion. No, because they're not at Rebellion. If they were at Rebellion, we wouldn't be bothering to do this. I'd be having a general Sunday afternoon in the garden, and you wouldn't be here.
No.
But all the people that should have been at Rebellion in Blackpool 2020. Now, you would have seen it. Well, I say you would have seen us. They probably wouldn't have seen us because they'd have been one of the big halls watching one of the bigger name bands whilst we were playing in the bar. It's all right, we are perfectly happy to play in the bar. Just a chance to play at Rebellion is all we really need. But anybody who watches this set and takes us in for the first time and thinks, oh, wouldn't they be good on a bigger stage? We're happy to do that. So please lobby the likes of Darren and Johnny and just say, look, the Antipoet would like to be on a bigger stage because they've now been seen by people all over the world instead of just the people who were in the bar. And that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Should we give them some stuff? I can feel some pausing.
Hey!
So, are we ready? Would you like to hear some of our stuff?
Of course you will.
What would you like to do for the good people sitting at home naked, Ian?
Well, I think we should do We Play for Food, mate. How about you?
Why not? Let's give it a go. This is called We Play for Food. Is that it? Thank you very much. Good night. It's not a lot of money in performance poetry. The medium relies upon our generosity. They think we're happy just to be there, punt our services for free, because we can't write if we're not living in abject poverty. They say they don't wish to offend us by paying us a fee, as they understand we're martyrs to our integrity. That's why we poets are the paupers of the art world hegemony. But on the plus side, we don't earn enough to pay VAT.
We play for food.
We take payment in sandwiches and chips.
We'll play for food.
You give us buns, we give you beaty verse and quips.
We'll play for food.
Don't try to palm us off with crisps and hummus dips, cause that's just rude. That's not food, that's just fucking rude. And whilst we're not averse to turning out for thee or charity, there's a limit to our selflessness and our philanthropy. We shall have outgoings, expenses, a vestige of dignity. We need to clothe ourselves in velvet lace and shiny PVC. It would be different if we were a band or doing stand-up comedy. Professional entertainers to be taken seriously. They should give subsidies to poets for our incapacity. Recognise our inclination as a disability.
We play for drinks.
Stand our bar bill and we'll rant away all night.
We'll play for drinks.
Though you might regret that we got quite the appetite.
We'll play for drinks.
The more we sup, the more polite and erudite you'll find my links.
We'll play for sex.
Well, it's always worth a
We'll
try.
play for sex.
If you've run out of sandwiches and pie.
Play for sex.
These are your options if you find yourself cash shy, we still take checks.
We'll play for food.
He'll eat anything you put in front of him.
We'll play for food.
But I don't do cheese and I'm a vegetarian.
We'll play for food.
Check out our rider for preferred ingredients. It can be viewed at the Antipoet / We Play for Food. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Give the audience applause.
Oh, yes. Well, this is very laid back, isn't it?
Yes.
very laid back. We used to playing on festival stages around the world with thousands of millions of people out there. Actually, we used to playing in the bar.
Watching somebody else.
So let's give them something else. Let's give them something else that they. I know. Let's go and play something. Look, a bit more up to date. Look,
Right, okay, that one.
This is for all the people who would have come to rebellion in order specifically to get away from their children. This is called Kids Today. Kids today, they don't know they're born, their hands aren't callous and their souls aren't worn. They never had rickets, never fought in a war, never had to ask.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Kids today, they got no respect and they tend to be grammatically incorrect. They're self-obsessed and overconfident with a well-developed sense of entitlement. So stick 'em up a chimney, I'll tell you, stick 'em up a chimney. Like we were sent up the chimneys back in the day. Kids today, they think they know it all and want to start at the top as soon as they leave school. We call them the snowflake generation because they got a very short attention span.
Oh, sorry.
Kids today would say we're past our best, we've nothing left to say of any interest. Our experience has no relevance. That's why they should be taught a little common sense or sell them on an eBay. Don't worry, people do it every day. If you find they cost him more than they are worth, swap them for a new car, it will save on faff and all the hoo-ha. Unless the parent might just strangle them at birth. Stick 'em up a chimney, I'll tell you, stick 'em up a chimney. Like we were sent up the chimneys when we were young. You stick 'em up a chimney, they'll thank you, stick 'em up a chimney. Like we were made to lick a chimney clean with our tongue. So stick 'em up a chimney, they'll thank you, send 'em up a chimney. Like we were, miss, we understand that you might have qualms. So shove 'em down a coal mine, don't worry parents, they will be fine. A little bit of work won't do them any harm. Little bit of work won't do them any harm. Little bit of work won't do them any harm. Little bit of work won't do them any harm. A little bit of well-intended physical and mental torture didn't do us any harm. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. God, we haven't done this for, how long? Ages.
4 months, mate.
Is it 4 months? Because we've been adhering strictly. Don't do that, mate. I told you about that before.
Sorry.
Don't do it when people are watching.
Yeah, 2 metres.
No, we've been. You reckon it can do for 2 metres from that angle? Whoa, you're dirty, man, dirty. Anyway, so we haven't done this because we have been. What do they call it? Sitting at home.
Anti-socially isolated.
Anti-social isolating. That's what we've been doing. Sitting in the comfort of our own homes, where like a lot of people have been doing. Not everyone.
Not everyone, no. Some
No.
people have been working, haven't they?
Yeah, some people have been working. Some people, I'm not naming anyone, have been having parties in there, haven't they?
Number 47.
Next door.
Ah.
They've been having parties, yeah.
Some have.
And then we've missed this. Oh, well, I've missed this. I was surprised I could remember how to do it, to be fair. I'm still having trouble keeping my trousers up, to be fair.
Sorry, you want to get something fit, mate?
Yeah. So, let's do this. Do you know this one? Because this is the thing that we've probably missed the most. That's a good link, isn't it? The going from one jig to another. That bit we missed. This is called Lament. It's one of those pieces of paper on the floor down there. Lament for the motorway service station. Good old cup of tea. Get into it before I come in, I thought.
You do that.
I will. It wouldn't have been too much to ask for. I mean, it's not an unreasonable request. A little light refreshment with our statutory rest. See, we've been travelling for hours, cooped up in Ian's car. We've been eating to purge our bladders, stretch our lallies, R&R. Well, Donna bagged her front seat because she claims she gets travel sick. And as usual, I'm in the back with a bass on me lap getting claustrophobic. But then we clocks it in the distance, a shimmering oasis. the weary muso's mecca, the motorway services. All I wanted was beans on toast with cleanish cutlery, a plate of chips and a wagon wheel and a good old mug of tea. All I wanted was a pit stop, a piss and a packet of toffees, but me demands were antiquarian, cause now all they sell is coffee. You say something about that not quite sitting well with you, and I say, no, it don't, mate. And we do it in a sort of a timing thing, so it comes straight into the next verse, you twat. There's a Costa, no way, there are 5 of them, within sight of the door. There are Starbucks on the other side, it's a roast bean franchise war. There's a McDonald's next to a Burger King and some other branded shit. It's obligatory, apparently people need their fast food here. Oh, they'll all serve tea if they have to, but they'd really rather not. A bag in tepid water, cause they haven't got a pot. In a cardboard cup with a plastic cap, an insipid shade of piss that tastes like spit and sugar, cause that's probably what it is. All I wanted was a biscuit and a mug of tea to sup. Why would I want a cinnamon roll and me name on the side of the cup? All I wanted was a welcome break. I didn't come to do me shopping. I don't want to buy any camping gear. We hadn't planned on stopping. No, that's just a welcome break. Ha ha ha! All I wanted was some fried bread with eggs done over easy. That's been warming under lamps for hours. Just say it, attempt and tease me. Shouldn't have been too much to ask for me. Can I really be the only man who doesn't favour coffee over tea?
And you won't get proper tea at these places, will you, mate?
Oh, it was that, mate.
Oh, well, proper tea is theft, isn't it?
Oh, anarchy. But it is too much to ask for. My kind aren't welcome here. If you're not going to get with the programme, mate, or the services, steer clear. All I wanted was a stop-off. I mean, is it only me who remembers when the services sold proper Ernst tea? All I wanted was a pit stop, run independently, a plate of chips and a wagon wheel and a good old mug of tea. All I wanted was a pit stop, run independently, a plate of chips and a wagon wheel and a good old mug of tea. God bless you, Governor. This is about my my heartfelt love of all the ladies and gentlemen, because it's not just the ladies. No, I often start off by moaning about the ladies.
No, he doesn't just have heartfelt love for the ladies.
No.
He has heartfelt love for the gentlemen as well, don't he, mate?
Who park their cars across my drive in the morning. Yes.
Oh, that
it's
one.
It's a kind of love-hate relationship. Yes. It's about that. They don't need it. She drives a Range Rover to take the kids to school. She doesn't need it. It costs a bomb to tax and to insure, and even more to feed it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. He's got a 50-inch telly with a 3D screen. He doesn't need it, and all the other shit he's got as well. It'll be his pride and joy until they take that toy and supersede it, because he doesn't need it. He don't. He really, really don't. He doesn't need it. It took him 2 hours to set up. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. They got more than enough, and so they spend it all on stuff they want to keep up with the Joneses. They farm more than they need, but it's a fashionable creed. They gotta have it all for their ownsies. She's got an iPhone 10, it cost £1,000. She doesn't need it. Why? Because she's only 5, but her parents won't deprive her cash, they bleed it. She doesn't need it. She don't. She really, really don't. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. He's got a Rolex watch, it's made of solid gold. He doesn't need it. It tells time like it ought, and neither heat nor cold nor water can impede it. But he doesn't need it. He don't. He really, really don't. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. They feel they must acquire more than they really require. They gotta keep up with the Joneses. They'll say they have a thirst, they put their own interest first. They wanna have it all for their ownsies. They don't need it, they don't. Nobody does, they don't need it. Or they don't need it, they don't. They really, really don't. They don't need it. This is where you join in, audience. They don't need it, they don't. Nobody does, they don't need it. Or they don't need it, they don't. They really fucking don't. They don't need it. They say I've a sanctimonious philosophy, and they don't need it. They won't heed it, won't heed it. Oh dear.
I typed it out. The whole thing so you wouldn't go off script.
I can't read that from this angle. So, that was a link. I have no idea what to, though. Make up your own mind whilst I go looking for something that you might know. I know. Have we done that? Oh, we haven't done that one for a while.
No, we haven't done any of them for a while, mate.
No. It doesn't show. If you don't say it, nobody's going to notice that we have played this stuff for ages. Trouble with it is, see, if people have got this on CD, they may have played it yesterday. We perhaps should have done that first, shouldn't we?
Oh, that would have been an idea, wouldn't it?
I'm supposed to go down there, isn't it? Oh well. He's riding his push bike to the shops. He's off to get his paper and a box of Cocoa Pops for the breakfast he'll have on his return. Knowing the calories contained within this exercise will burn. Oh, he is smugness incarnate. Just one of those middle-class fitness Nazis that I'm quite prepared to hate. Oh yes, he's smugness incarnate. Part of that middle-class fitness Nazi caliphate. But before he takes said push bike to the shop, he dons his sponsored lycra bollock-busting shorts and tit-tight top, a helmet that Ridley Scott once used in the film Alien, and lastly pulls his socks over his shoes. Oh, he is smugness incarnate. Just one of those middle-class fitness Nazis that I'm quite happy to pay. Oh yes, he's smugness incarnate. He joined that middle-class fitness Nazi caliphate. They're born again, sworn to avenge a stylized physique. They'll patronise, evangelise, till we join their sweat-soaked clique. I thought I'd take a shifty through the park, but find it's full of girls in skimpy gym kits that glow in the dark, doing a Zumba jazzercise Pilates class. They sneer at me because I can't be asked to work my arsehole. They are smugness incarnate. Just some of those middle-class fitness Nazis that I'd like to flagellate. Oh yes, they're smugness incarnate. Part of that middle-class fitness Nazi caliphate. One foot against the lamppost and he'll stretch. And he grunts like Venus Williams until I'm forced to retch. Star jump, squat, thrust, press ups, watch him flounce. And all the while he's unaware, his balls are hanging out. Oh, he is smugness incarnate. Just one of those middle-class fitness Nazis that I've come here to berate. Oh yes, he's smugness incarnate. Part of that middle-class fitness Nazi caliphate. They're super fit, they've got all the kit, but that won't get them far. 'Cause on Saturday they'll have their takeaway and a bottle of Rio Oh, he is smugness incarnate. Just one of those middle-class fitness Nazis that I love to irritate. Oh yes, he's smugness incarnate. Part of that middle-class fitness Nazi caliphate. Oh, how those middle-class fitness Nazis compensate for their inability to fornicate.
Short version.
It's been a while.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Lockdown. Lockdown, we've written some new pieces in Lockdown. This isn't one of the pieces that we've written in Lockdown. This is one of the pieces we have bastardised to make it look like it's a new piece written for Lockdown, because it was actually relatively relevant for Lockdown, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Yes.
Go on.
This is called Personal Space. Sally. Get out of me face! And as far as I can reach from any one place, have you never heard of personal space? The government say retreat, and the guide for social distancing says half a dozen feet. I understand you like to follow me, I'm an interesting bloke, but let's set a few conditions so that you don't become a yoke around me neck, a weight upon me shoulders, always dragging me down. If you're gonna stalk me, stalk from a distance, like the other side of town. Get out of me face! And as far as I can reach from any one place, have you never heard of personal space? The government says retreat, and the guide for social distances says half a dozen feet. Although I can't control your movements in an open public place, and you have the freedom to roam wherever you choose at your own unfettered pace, I do have the right to a little privacy. It's a courtesy if not a law. That's why I've got blackout curtains and a bolt on the back of me door. Get out of me face! And as far as I can reach from any one place, have you never heard of personal space? The government say retreat, and the guide for social distances said half a dozen feet. And while it's flattering to know you want to be that close to me, or that you study me academically for a new biography, and that you're the president of me fan club and you're working on my behalf, do you think you might fuck off if I were to give you my autograph? Get out of me face! But as far as I can reach from any one place, have you never heard of personal space? Boris says retreat, and his guide for social distances says half a dozen feet. Get out of me face! As far as I can reach from any one place, have you never heard of personal space? The government say retreat, and the guide for social distances says half a dozen feet. Fuck off.